Do you think people usually get happier as they get older?
I feel like we all should be happier as we get older. So this means because as we get older, we have a lot of knowledge, we have a lot of experience. So with the experience and knowledge, we have to be happier, like have to be proud of ourselves. But I was also thinking that children, they are happy, like they just because they don't know anything.
Yeah.
I was like wondering myself that knowing a lot of things, yes, it is important. It definitely make our lives easier. But I don't know if it's related to be happy because kids they don't know anything, they're happy. So yeah, nowadays we can see any information so easily. It kind of affects our mental health sometimes. Knowing a lot of things sometimes that'd be too much, like overwhelmed.
Yes.
So
Exactly.
yeah, but we have to be happier as we get older.
Well, you've just you raise a really interesting point there, Misaki, about being exposed to so much information. And a lot of it, like especially in news on the television and the news websites, it's so negative. All it does is tell us how terrible the world is. And I refuse to believe the world is a terrible place. So I stopped watching the news, especially on the television. I mean, my mum loves to watch the news. Yeah. So I'm like, please turn off the TV. Yeah. I stopped watching news on the television. Oh my goodness, maybe 10 years ago. A long time ago. Years ago, I stopped watching news.
Yeah.
And what a difference it makes. You just turn it off and all the bad things go away. Yeah.
Right.
It just and I don't think it's good for our mental health to be sitting and watching news on television every day because it's so negative. And I just don't believe the world is a terrible place. Yeah.
Yeah,
It focuses on the negative.
yeah, because we watch like we have a lot of morning news in Japan, and every time we wake up, we just turn on the our TVs instantly.
Yeah.
Like
And what do you see? Yeah,
right?
what do you see on the news?
Yeah,
Murder, death, war,
and
earthquakes,
then
fires, everything bad.
like pandemic happened. I turn off the TV. Like I stop watching news. Like
Good.
especially in the morning, especially before we go to work.
Yeah, I know.
It affects our mental health.
I know.
So instead of that, I just listen to podcasts. So it helps me.
Yay! I love that. Yeah. I remember what I used to do to combat that. Yeah, I remember the all the news broadcasts, especially at of all the COVID stuff, was terrible.
Terrible every
It
day.
was just all this negative stuff. It was just, oh, this is happening, we're all going to die. And I thought, this is not good for my mental health, and I'm not going to watch this. I'm not going to follow any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So I purposely started to do a couple of things in the morning before I'd go to work. I would put on meditation music. And usually it was Buddhist monks chanting, because that's very high vibrational. Make me feel so peaceful. And I would walk out the door to go to work, and I would feel so calm and so peaceful. Another thing that I did is I had a song list on YouTube, and it was really happy songs. And I would put my songs on in the morning, or any time of day for that matter, especially when I was house cleaning or cooking. And I would listen to my happy songs, and it would make me feel happy. I would sing along, or when you cook or you clean your house and you dance around sometimes, and it would make me feel super happy.
Yeah, with the songs we can do anything easily, I think. Because who wants to do housework, right? But
not me.
With the songs, no me.
And cooking, because I don't like cooking. But if I have my music, I'm happy cooking.
Right.
Yeah. Do we think usually get happier as they get older? Yeah, and I like what you said about children. We can learn a lot from that. I think if children always live in the moment. children aren't thinking about the
That's a good
future.
point. Yeah, they
Children are
don't
like,
care
what's
about.
happening now?
That's a good point. That's so true.
Yeah, and that's why kids are happy
Yeah,
because they're having fun or having a happy moment now. And they're
right,
not thinking about the future. Yeah, they're not thinking, oh, I'm going to be happy in 2 months' time when I'm on vacation in Fiji. That's not how kids think. They live in the
right.
now and they appreciate the now. So we can certainly learn from that. But
That's really important. Yeah, so
yeah, but
true.
I also agree with what you said about experience. And as we get older, obviously we have a lot of experience. I think we just let a whole lot of stuff go as we get older. Things that
Yeah.
used to matter to us when we were younger just simply doesn't matter to us anymore. And I find that I am happier, a lot happier as I've gotten older
That's
because
good.
I just feel more, you just relax into life, and you get more, you just calm right down. And you let
Right.
a lot of stupid things go, stupid things that mattered to you in your 20s. Like,
Early 20. Yeah.
yeah, like having a lot of I used to have a lot of, love my fancy clothes and
Oh my
fancy
God,
shoes and
yeah.
fancy handbags when I was in my 20s. I don't care about stuff like that anymore. I just want to go for
Same.
walks in the forest and enjoy a good cup of coffee.
Oh,
And
yeah.
those are the things that make me happy now. Yeah. So
Yeah.
definitely.
Happiness is all around us, but when we are young, we don't really
Mm,
notice. But as we get older, we find everything. We
yeah.
appreciate everything easily. Like, oh, I have a cup
Yeah.
of tea. Oh, the weather is great today, so we
Yeah.
appreciate.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Like I went for a walk with my family in the forest a couple of days ago. It was just the girls. It was just me, my mum, my sister-in-law, and the baby, the 2-year-old baby.
Oh,
And the Australian forest is it's so beautiful. And
yeah.
we saw a kangaroo. I remember looking in the trees for a
Kangaroo?
kangaroo and kangaroo, koala.
Wow. A koala, yeah.
Kangaroos, you know what I mean. Kangaroos don't
I
go
know
up
what
in the
you mean.
trees.
Yeah.
Koala in the tree. We only saw one koala, and we saw maybe about 8 kangaroos. And it was so
Oh,
lovely.
amazing.
I thought, this
Yeah.
is a perfect day. I'm with my family and we were in these beautiful trees. Nobody else was around us. It was just us, just the girls.
Oh,
And we saw
perfect.
the animals. Perfect moment, but it was such a
Yeah.
simple moment. Such a
Yeah,
simple.
especially for you, you don't live with them anymore. You live far away from them, so that's why you
Yes.
can appreciate
Yeah.
the time with
Yeah.
them.
Gone for a walk in the forest. So a lot of people would
True.
find that incredibly boring, but for me and my family, we love that. Yeah, that's something special we
Yeah,
do together.
beautiful.
Do you
Right.
think that happiness lies within you, or does it depend on other people and external things?
Right.
Interesting.
It is really interesting.
Interesting.
Sometimes heard that, especially for women, we all have
Yeah.
to have partners to make
Mhm.
ourselves happy. But
Yeah.
I think it's wrong. It's definitely wrong for me because we shouldn't depend like rely on other
Yep.
people to make ourselves happy because we are just individual person. And
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
that we can create happiness within us, and then we all have to do. It's not like
Yeah.
it's not like it depends on other people.
It's really interesting because I find a lot of cultures and a lot of countries are like that. Women and I guess men always think, oh, I'm not going to be happy until I have a partner or unless I have a partner. And I think, and I remember, because I've been, I'm not sure if I told you before, Misaki, I've been married before,
Oh,
but
have
our
you?
marriage, to a Balinese man.
Okay.
My
Oh, sorry.
husband was Indonesian from Bali.
Indonesian. Bali.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Indonesian. My husband was Balinese. We weren't
Oh,
married for long. It was a short marriage.
was
And
it?
believe me, it
Oh,
needed to be a short marriage. Yeah. I remember one thing I learned from that was it was an unhappy marriage. I was
oh,
sad all the time. I was so unhappy. And that was a
wow.
really good lesson for me. That if you're in a relationship where you are sad all the time, it's better for you to be Single. Yep. Single and be happy.
Definitely.
Than be in a relationship, have a partner and be sad every day and be crying every day at home.
Oh,
It's not good. It's not good.
no
And that was
way.
one thing that was a really important lesson, is that just because you have a partner doesn't mean you will
Doesn't
be
mean
happy. There you can be
doesn't mean
I was quite the opposite. Yeah. So that was a good lesson for
yeah,
me.
that's really good.
So
Yeah. But
it's
this
yeah,
story,
yeah.
just made me think that I actually had long-term relationship. We dated like for 5 years
Yeah.
since when I was
Wow. Yeah.
15, and I thought
Oh
I
my
would get married to
goodness.
him. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I was so rely on him. He relies on me as well. So we were like independent. We
Yeah.
are so young
Yeah,
as well.
sure.
But yeah, so after I broke up with him, I felt so free. Like I could do anything that I want to
Wow.
do. Like, and then I
Yes.
learned that I can make myself happy. Like I
Oh,
don't need
yeah.
a man to
Yeah.
make me feel happy. So that was also a good lesson that I'm the one to make myself happy.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's great that you learned that at such an early age. A lot of women don't learn that lesson until much later. Is happiness a state of mind? Is happiness
I think so because okay, just example that when I have a lot of stress, so every little things bothers me. Like every little things bother me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
but when I'm happy, the little things I don't care. Little things.
Yeah, yeah. Oh,
So it's really hard to be happy all the time, but definitely like we choose be happy or unhappiness, like unhappy.
I agree.
I feel like
Yes, unless something like really stressful happens, and then that gets a
Right.
little bit tough, doesn't it? But I agree. For the most part, it's a state of mind, and we can choose. We can think. We can choose to be happy. Yeah. What are the 3 most important things for you to be happy?
For me, spending time with my family. I actually get back to my mom's house yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like best friends. So I needed it.
Yep.
So every time when I see my family, it make me feel happy. So definitely spending time with them. But also I need alone time, like reading books, do yoga.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, I need
me
that
too.
time.
Oh, I so need it. Yeah.
Yeah, healthy diet. I think it's really important. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think so too. It's really interesting because I have a couple of friends who are quite antisocial people.
Okay.
And they don't hardly ever leave their houses. Yeah.
Oh.
And I don't understand that. For me, I like to have a good balance. I think I'm similar to you in that way. I absolutely need time by myself sometimes to rest and recharge, meditate, read a book, have my cup of coffee, but I need to be alone. I can't have anyone around me. You know, it's like I need to recharge. Yeah. But at the same time, I think one of the most important things for me, I need to have connection with people. Absolutely.
So important.
Whether that be friends or family, I need people. I need to have a little bit of connection every day. So, for example, because obviously, you know, I work at home, and in Mexico, and I needed to work on having a good balance. So every day I would, for example, do my work in Mexico online, and then I would arrange to meet friends for coffee, or I would go to the beach with a friend, or I would go to a workshop and be around other people. But I would have a good balance of spending time at home every day, and then also spending time with people every day as well. So I'd always get my alone time, and then I'll always get time with people. And that's perfect. That's perfect for me.
Yeah,
so,
we all need balance. It's so important.
Yeah. And I think we also need to work out what that balance is for us, and then work on
Right.
creating that, because that balance can be different for every person. So as I
Right.
said, I have friends that hardly leave the house, and they are not social people, and they don't want to be. And I question that. I think, how can they be happy when they're not even seeing
True.
people day after day? But
Yeah.
I guess that's what they want. Yeah, that's what they want.
That's so interesting.
Yeah,
Depends on the person.
mm.
So yeah.
It
But yeah,
sure does. It sure
yeah,
does.
but we need balance.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think and the third thing for me is definitely nature. I can't live in
Right.
a
Yeah.
busy city. I need to be by nature, whether
I
that be
know.
forest, beach. I need nature around me. Yep, I've got to be in nature on a
Right.
regular basis. So otherwise, no,
No,
I'm not
because you
happy.
know,
Yeah, that's
yeah, because I live in Osaka and city.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm
yep,
a city
yep,
girl, but my
yes.
husband is from New Zealand and
Mm,
nature's
mm.
everywhere, like
Oh
everywhere
yeah,
around
we're
his
outdoors
house.
people.
Yeah, I love
Yes,
the
yeah.
lifestyle that they have.
Yep. Same in Australia.
Yeah,
Yep, Australia, New
too.
Zealand, very similar. We're always
Similar.
outside. We love to be outside. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So when you feel sad, and your mood's down, what is something that you do to brighten your mood? Like what makes you happy? How can
Right.
you make yourself a little bit happier when you are feeling a bit blue or feeling a bit sad? What do you do to make yourself a bit happier?
Yeah, what
Change your
I
mood?
do.
Yeah,
True,
yeah.
true. I feel like I can make myself happy again so easily. I feel like I'm
Mm-hmm.
the kind of
Mm.
person. Of course, I have, bad days. But
Oh yeah.
for
Or
me,
we all do. Mm-hmm.
yeah, we all do,
Yeah.
and it's fine, totally fine. It's part of our lives,
Mm.
so it's fine. But
Exactly.
I go to bed and then sleep or take a bath. Yeah, take a
Yeah.
bath for me.
Mm-hmm.
Put like
Mm.
essential oils with salt, and
Oh,
then do a little bit
lovely.
massage, listening to
Yep.
music,
Mm.
meditate.
Mm.
Yeah, like that
Mm.
things
Mm.
brings me happy again. So yeah,
Yeah, that's
just a little
nice.
simple things.
That's yeah. It sounds like you're really good with your self-love and your self-care, which
I
is
hope
really
so.
important. Especially as women, we are so giving and we give so much that
True.
sometimes we forget to give to ourselves, don't we? That's a
Yeah, we
woman
do.
thing, we're so
Mm-hmm.
busy taking care of everyone else that we forget to give ourselves. But it's just those little things like the bath with the oils, or a nice cup of coffee, or go for a massage. And we
Right.
need to pamper ourselves, and it's important to do those things to make us feel that self-love and self-care. We must take care of ourselves sometimes. So it's
So
really good
important.
that you do that.
Yeah,
Yep, it
so
really is. It
important.
really is. So I don't even have room or the space in my
Yeah,
life for
I
a
was gonna
partner right
mention that
now.
you have a no
I'm
room
full.
to
I'm
have. Yeah,
full.
you're full.
I know,
That's
and if I
beautiful.
remember, a friend of mine, an Australian friend, said to me before I left Bali. She said, "Be careful, Deb. That's when a partner comes along. Sometimes when you
Oh
don't
yeah.
expect it or you don't want it, that's
Oh
when you
yeah.
meet someone." And I said, "Not yet, thank you. Life is perfect. I'm enjoying my life. I don't need someone to come and upset the balance. Thank you." So,
Yeah, we all have to
yeah,
feel that way because like we already like mentioned
yeah.
before that our own happiness, that not
Hmm.
depends on other people. It depends on ourselves. So
It
that's
sure
beautiful.
does. It sure
Yeah.
does. Yeah. And I do
Yeah.
remember seeing, some of my friends, my female friends in the past. Their happiness is completely reliant on having a partner. And the dangerous thing
Mm.
about that is when they break up, that
I
partner goes
know.
away, and then they feel empty. They feel
Yeah, they
empty
don't have
because they
anything,
didn't have
right?
anything outside of that relationship,
Yeah.
and that's unhealthy. That's not a mentally or emotionally healthy thing to do, is rely on completely on a
That's
partner for happiness.
toxic.
Relationships break up all the time, and then
Right.
we have nothing. If we think our happiness is connected to that person, they're gone, and we feel like we have nothing, and that's not good.
Yeah.